thank the SV devotional tech team for their devotion and their dedication to make these devotional videos possible. I also want to thank the SV friends who encourage others to read and meditate on God's words. And from the readings, I think so far in the Old Testament, we've come up to Numbers. And we can see so far like how God helped the Israelites and intervened in the lives of Israelites. And in spite of all the difficulties that the Israelites were going through, God still had a plan for them. The plan was to redeem them. And also, God wanted to make sure that everybody will know, especially the Egyptians, who the true living God is. So first we can see is how God leads. If you see in Exodus chapter 13 verse 17, it says, when Pharaoh let the people go, God did not lead them on the road through the Philistine country. Though that was shorter, God said, if they change their minds and return to Egypt. God knew the hardships the Israelites were going through. God knew the Israelites through and through. Like the first song in Cliff Richard's album, Walking in the Light, it says, you know me better than I know myself. God knows us better than we know ourselves. As missionary kids, people will not understand us. On the contrary, some people mock MKs, criticize MKs, curse MKs. But God understands MKs. Just like how God led the Israelites, God will lead us too. Exodus 13:18, it says, so God led the people around by the desert road toward the Red Sea. Like God helped and led the Israelites, God will continue to help and lead us all. And secondly, we can see God intervenes. Although the Israelites had seen God's hand, powerful hand, and His miracles back to back, they still could not figure out how things were going to work out here. As opposed to that, God clearly knew as to what was going to happen. Exodus 14:4, it says, but I will gain glory for myself through Pharaoh and all his army, and the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord. From Israelites' point of view, this was not possible. But from God's point of view, it was totally possible. Regardless of the Israelites' difficult situation, God's glorious plans were still going to be accomplished. So on that difficult day, God intervened and did a mighty, marvelous miracle. For the Israelites at the Red Sea, you can read God's intervention in Exodus chapter 14 verses 21 and 22. And all that night, the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land. The waters were divided, and the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground, the wall of water on their right and on their left. This was a glorious day for the Israelites. And it's a glorious day because we can celebrate as to how God did glorious things in the past and will continue to do great things. And first we saw how God leads. And secondly, we see how God intervened. And thirdly, we can see God's victory. Exodus chapter 15 verse 1, it says, then Moses and the Israelites sang this song to the Lord. I will sing to the Lord, for He is highly exalted. Both horse and driver He has hurled into the sea. The Israelites hadn't seen anything so glorious and marvelous. It was God and God alone who helped them. And the same God of the Israelites will continue to help us all, day by day. God bless you all and thank you.